It's time to deep dive into the collectively crushed soul of the degenerate trifecta in a segment we hate to call BetAches. Mine's easy. Rory McIlroy. So Saturday morning early, that was a good thing about it on the West Coast. You wake up and your favorites are a few holes in. So it's like, all right, good. I'm starting the day. I got money out there. It's fine. But Saturday morning early, I decide Rory or Victor Hovland's winning this thing, and I get them both at plus 340. So I load up on both of them. Like, all right, this is my bet. And going into Sunday, who's in first, who's in second? It's Rory McIlroy. It's Victor Hovland. I'm excited. Hovland starts to go away early in the day, Sunday. I double up on Rory. I got him to win. I bet more on him. I bet Rory with the Blue Jays. I parlay Rory with the Yankees. What does he do? He goes on to hit every green in regulation and loses. No one's ever done this before. Yeah. No one has ever done this before with a 3-stroke lead, with a lead going into Sunday, hit every green in regulation and lose. Also, heading into the 10th, a 3-stroke lead, doesn't bogey and still loses. No one's ever done that before. Cam Smith, birdie 6 in the back 9. Disgraceful, disgusting. I find new ways to lose on any sport. Bring on football. Please bring it back so I could start crying about the pylon rule again. All right, Brother Bry, I know you had Rory with me. Well, that was not fun.
Yeah, Rory sucked. We said that before. It was just, to me, I was bored by Rory all day. We talked about this before on individuals we hate betting. Used to be, I told you Manny Pacquiao was the most money I had lost on an individual. Rory, after this weekend, may be jumping back up to the top of the leaderboard. He didn't really
suck, though. I know I hate him, but he really didn't suck. Yeah. He just couldn't hit a birdie.
That's the killer thing. He didn't suck, and you could say it seemed like every hole was exactly the same, right? Yeah. His putt, he would miss by 6 inches.
17 feet. Right.
Every putt. Yeah. But to me, that's choking, though. He knew he had to get to 20 under at least to have a shot, right? I mean, he goes 2 under. That was weak.
I don't know, man. Was weak. 6 birdies in the last 9. You don't expect that. I don't want to defend Rory.
I know, but I will say I do think part of the problem was, right, he was kind of not even, he was just like, I'm going to kind of, it seemed like he was coasting with the lead, right? It was just like, all right, if I par, I'm fine. And then Smith went on that run. So whatever. Right. That cost me a ton of money. But I will say the Rays, Tampa Bay on Saturday cost me so much money. They cost me from winning thousands and thousands of dollars. So our friend, Mike the pitcher, right, loves to bet streaks, right? So he especially loves, like, when a streak is broken, he likes to go against that team again. So the Orioles had won 10 straight. Then they lose to the Rays on Friday. So what do? We go big on the Rays again on Saturday, winning the whole game. The Orioles tie it up in the 8th. But what drove me crazy, so they go into the 11th inning. What drove me crazy about this is Tampa picks off the Orioles runner at second base to start the inning. So how great is that? I'm going crazy because I'm like 1 out, nobody on base. Baltimore ends up I think they get 3 or 4 hits in a row after that, and then they go on to score 2 runs in that inning. They win 6-4. I lose multiple parlays. I had a 40-1 parlay. I had another 10-1 parlay. I had a lot on Tampa just to win that, and then that started my downfall. I mean, maybe you could say Ortega started my downfall, but that started my downfall. And then I had Rory. Then I had my extra points pick. I gave out the Sun over the Aces. Then I find out Sunday morning their best player for the Sun is out. So it was a spiral. So it was a terrible way to end the weekend. So
rough. All right. Harry, you didn't have much luck with the Open.
No, not at all. In fact, I was 0 for 13 in Open bets, total bets that I made on the Open. I was 0 for 13. If you include the Barracuda Championship for golf over the weekend, I was 0 for 17. Now back to the Open. I bet I bet Scheffler after Friday's round. I got him at 13-1. And then, I'm thinking, okay, this more probably Cam Smith is probably the best putter in the game right now, but I think Scheffler is right there with him. And from hole 12 on Saturday till the rest of the tournament, he shot +3, had like 3 birdies, which included one on 18 on Sunday, which didn't mean anything. So Scheffler was never in the mix, and he was just awful like I said, on Sunday. Never around, so that was wasted money. I had Adam Scott, a couple other ones, who shot 10 under. But it was a loser for me because I had him as top Australian, and obviously Cam Smith wins. Brian was right. Brian, as soon as I told you guys I was going to go with Sergio in a prop, you're like, Brian said, that's a loser. And he was absolutely right. Just jerks me around on Saturday with a decent round. And that
he doesn't even want to be playing in these. I think he's out. I think he says he's not feeling the love. He's out. Why would you back a guy like that anyway? He's not
he's a loser.
1 foot out the door.
He is. He didn't finish in the top 40, and he screwed me. And then also my Polish player, even Adam Morank, had him at 2-1 for top 40, finishes 42nd.
All right. There you go. All right. Take us to another sport, Parlay Kid.
Yeah, well, look, a little tip for golf, guys. It's not.
So you retired.
Everybody can hear this. It's not so much. It's my parting points for the people. It's not so much about who you bet. It's who you don't bet in golf. Start with that. Make your list of people that you're just not going to bet on. You guys know who we're talking about. I don't have to tell you any bit more. We know, Harry, for you, it was Garcia. That guy should never have been close to a bet for you. So it's not who you're betting. Start with who you're not betting. All right, that's my first. That's the tip.
Yeah, Harry wanted Harry just like Garcia over Rahm. That's a sneaky pick. I'll look good taking it.
Right,
but
of course. Right.
Yeah.
So for me, Sal, look, it wasn't all sunshine and roses this weekend because I had a really good UFC stretch, and now I am just on a terrible UFC run. And it really culminated with what I did like the way the fight was trending. I had Brian Ortega to win, double chance to win by submission or decision. And really up to the point of the fight where he gets hurt on really was just a fluke injury where they had to stop and he loses the fight. I really thought it was trending where it was going to be the fight I thought it was, that Ortega was going to try to take it to the mat. And he would either win via decision or submission, and I'm a winner. Unfortunately, he gets hurt at the end of the first round. Fight was over. Talk about anticlimactic, too. I mean, it was a good card. It was a pretty solid card. The fights were
great fights.
Pretty fun fights. And then that was just, what a terrible way, because that was setting up where the fight was looking great, too. It looked like it was going to be a fun fight. But I think, Brian, would you say that was kind of going the way you thought the fight would go before,
especially once he got him to the ground. It seemed like that was going to be a fight. He was going to be able to maybe submit him there for you. I bet submission too, so that sucked.
I was a tough one.
I was chasing UFC all day. I was one of those things. I was stuck home. I had to wait for delivery. I was like, all right, this is good. But it was in the middle of the day. And I was like, great, right? That was an early card for you guys.
Really
I know you were regretted not going until the main event, but that was a fun one. That's all we have now. Baseball and UFC for about 6 weeks. All right. Let's hear the music, Mikey Meatballs.